Hey, Chad Barker here, your Sudoku professor. Are you ready to learn something today? What we're doing here is I want to show you the fast method for finding double doubles. This is something that I have been doing more and more of lately. Now, a double double is a situation where you have two numbers that can go in the same two places only, and therefore no other numbers can go there. So I'm going to jump up here on the board real quick. I'm going to show you this fast method for double doubles, and if you're not familiar with a double double, you'll learn about that as well. Okay, so if we were to start our 1 through 9s process, going through the board, trying to figure out, put as much information as we can, and we were to look at box 1 up here, and we were to think about where 1 could go, we would see that we have the 1 here, and that would limit 1 to one of these two spaces here and here. Okay, that's great, right? Great information. All right, so what I do is when I notice that, when I fill that, pencil mark the 1 in there, I'm like, okay, what else can I do? That's the immediate question I said. Is there another number that I can limit to those same two places? And so I'm looking along the same row and in the same column and see if I see another number just like that. And what I see is the 7 here and here. And so what happens is that this then, I have a 7 here. This becomes a 1, 7 double double in those two spaces, and I find it right away. I don't have to go through all of my 1 through 9s, but I get the information on the board right away. And of course, as you know, when you find a double double, no other numbers can go in those two spaces because one of them has to be, in this case, a 1, and one has to be a 7, and so nothing else can go there. So let's move on. We got more opportunities on this puzzle. So if I come over here to this box and I happen to be doing 2s in my 1 through 9s process, I would see where I have 2s, and I could note the 2 here and here. And then immediately I'm looking for another number that's excluded from those same spaces that the 2 was excluded from. And I see the 6 here and the 6 here, and I think, oh, this could be a 2, 6 double double. And it would be, except that we actually have the 6 down here. So I'm actually able to fill in the 6 right here and then make this a 2. So even though I didn't find a double double, I actually filled in numbers, which is of course better. And the whole goal of Sudoku is filling them in. So, but that's a really, really good way to find things. So the best thing would be to fill it in. The second best thing is to find the double double. All right, so let's say I'm down here in this box and I'm thinking about 9s. Where can 9 go? All right, so I could put the 9. It only goes, as it turns out, here and here, because I have the 9 here and the 9 there. Eliminates. Looks very familiar. We've reduced it down to two places. Is there another number that we can do that with? And so I look along the row and in the column, and I see the 6 here and here. So I think, oh, this is 6, 9 double double. But then I realize, thankfully, that we already have a 6 in the box. So therefore, it's not a double double. All right. So didn't quite work, but it was worth asking that one extra question. We come down here to this box, and let's say we're thinking about 7s. Well, we can actually, with a 7 there and the 7 there, we could limit 7 to these two spaces, and immediately I'm going to look for another number and see what I could find. Is there another number that's in that eliminated from those same columns, that column right here in this row right here? I check out the 1 here because it's actually the only other thing besides the 6, which is already in the box. So, and I have this 1 over here, but it doesn't quite line up right. I check out the 4 over here, but we don't have a 4 eliminated. So, all right, we made some progress, but we didn't really fill anything in or create a double double. But then we come back down to here. So let's say we're still on our 1s, going through the 1 through 9s, and we look at this box down here. Where can we put the 1? Well, we got the 1 here and the 1 there, and that limits 1 to one of these two spaces here and here. Then we ask the question, is there another number? Just a real quick question that we can ask. Is there another number that's also limited to those same two spaces or eliminated from the same spaces that 1 was eliminated from? And if you look carefully, actually it doesn't really take a lot, you can see that we have a 3 that's also eliminated, and we can create yet again another 1, 3 double double between these two spaces. And again, when you have a double double, no other numbers can go in those spaces. Double double is great because, again, it's not filling it in, but it's almost as good as filling the number in. Okay, so if you would like to learn more about how to do this, about how to do the 1 through 9s process, if you're not familiar with that, how to find double doubles, and how to find more, use ask more questions and find out more about the puzzle and solve more Sudoku, you can actually head on over to solvemoresudoku.com. So again, share this with your friends and let them know, or share it on your own wall so that other people can benefit from this. Help me spread the word. I really appreciate that. And also, if you have any questions, make sure you post those down below in the comments so I can answer those in a future session. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.